My name is Maria Indigo Earth. I am here to do a general reading for you, our Earth signs Capricorns. So good to have you here. Thank you for coming into the channel. I also want to welcome in your cross-watchers. Cross-watchers, you are here to see what's going on with your person. Therefore, some of this message could be for you as well. So feel free to swap around the characters as need be throughout the reading. And time is fluid, so anytime any of you come across this reading and the title drew you in was the time that you were meant to listen to it. Messages that are coming through for you, Capricorn, should reflect some aspect of your current situation. Doesn't have to reflect the whole thing. Or it could just confirm an inner knowing, something that you've kind of known all along. And this just kind of like put the icing on the cake for you. So take what fits. If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. It just might mean that the reading is meant for somebody else this week. But for those of you that this does resonate with, I'm going to have it extended at the end of this reading. If you want to join me over there, I'm going to go deeper into the messages by exploring the zodiac signs that show up. And those zodiac signs are about interpersonal relationships and connections and background players, friends, family, extended family, blended family, colleagues, associates, work associates, best friends, your circle of friends, your significant others, family and friends, anybody that kind of influences your energetic field or the energetic field of your connection. And even if you don't know their zodiac signs, you'll recognize who they are by the energies as I read through those zodiac signs in the extended. So just keep that with you as we move forward. And let's get started for you. This is for Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. This is messages for those watching, please. Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. Messages for those watching, please. One more time through. All right, Virgos, here we go. So overall energetic theme for the reading, we have the Four of Cups. Something's not working the way that you want it to. Kind of dissatisfied with something. So let's see what your current energy is here. Eight of Cups, wanting to move away from something, get away from something. Something's just not being fulfilling here. So what's your situation right now? We have the King of Cups. So there's a lot of love here. Maybe it's just not being expressed properly. Sometimes the King of Cups is so full of emotion that it comes out sideways, kind of like passive aggressive. But there's definitely love here. Maybe it's being emotionally, somebody or something is just emotionally unavailable right now. So let's see what your challenge or your opportunity is. We have Temperance. Could have something to do with patience. So let's see what life is working on with you. We have the Ace of Wands. So some sort of new endeavor wants to come through here. Some sort of new concept, new expression wants to come through. So let's see how you got here. What have you been doing up until this point? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing. Things are turning. There's movement. There's evolution here. So what's heading towards you in the next 0 to 3 months? We have the Three of Wands. So opening up to maybe different possibilities. Kind of opening yourself up. You could be waiting too, maybe for something, some kind of breakthrough or something to show up. So what's in your favor here? What do you have going for you? Listening to your inner knowing. Following your intuitive hits, your intuitive guidance. Sometimes you just know that you know that you know, right? Something's going to work out, but maybe you're just not seeing it but you just kind of know it's going to happen for you. So what are the outside influences here? We have the Five of Cups. This could have something to do with someone or something from the past. So what are your next steps? We have the Ten of Swords. So this is getting through and ending a very difficult situation. Maybe some door wasn't completely closed here. But this is like the final chapter, putting the final chapter to rest. So what's this all about? What's the big picture here? We have the Seven of Swords. This could be about trust issues. This could also be about motives. What are the true motives behind this? So how is this all going to play out for you? We have the Magician. So that's kind of like being able to take your power back, being able to make decisions that work in your favor, being able to create something, being able to know that you have everything you need to either move this process forward or end this process, whatever this is. So let's dive into this. Let's see what the King of Cups is, because this is what's happening right now. So clarify what the King of Cups is here. This is one being able to execute a decision that is for the best interest of everybody involved. Well, that wanted to come out. So we have the Empress. We have the Ten of Cups. And we have the Ace of Swords. Well, the Empress is your person. Somebody makes you very happy. There's a lot of love here. But there's some kind of truth or some kind of clarity or some kind of like genuineness. A genuineness. You want to express a genuineness. This truly does make you happy. This person makes you happy. There's a lot of love here. You have a lot of love for this person. Maybe you're not expressing it the way that, you know, as much as you want to. You want growth. There's more to be expressed here. You see this growing into something very beautiful, something that is going to be kind of there with you for the long haul, something that will just really brighten up and open up your world. So what's the opportunity or the challenge here? What is Temperance? We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Page of Swords. And we have the Five of Wands. So I think you're trying to have some patience here with something. This seems to be some emotional detachment here. Either someone's not emotionally available or not expressing their emotions towards maybe you the way that you would like them to be expressed. I think that you're kind of like trying to understand this or trying to get some clarity on why there seems to be some distension here, or why, because there's some sort of challenge here. There's some sort of change. Like advancement is trying to move forward, but there seems to be some opposition. And I think you're trying to get a clear picture on this. You're having patience about this. Maybe you've had to detach yourself emotionally from a situation that you strongly care about, because you're trying to find out what's going on. You're trying to find out the truth, right? Something here doesn't feel right. You're feeling a little bit like disappointed or dissatisfied in this. You want some answers. You want some answers about what's going on. Maybe you've had to pull back the reins a little bit from something that, you know, you really feel was really going to grow. You have a strong sense of passion for this, a strong sense of like, there's a pull, like a heartfelt pull. So let's see what the Ace of Wands is. This is coming up with some sort of new inspirational idea, something something original, something that gives you a lot of passion and a lot of drive. So clarify what the Eight of Wands is for Capricorn. These three wanted to jump out. So we have the World, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Lovers. You want to be happy in a relationship. You want something to change here. You want to be happy in a relationship. You want passion. You want, you know, you want fresh energy coming in here. You want some sort of like new venture, new idea, new concept, new way of like integrating something. Something that is like gives this a boost, a reboot. Because you want to be happy in your relationships. You want change here. Something is not working. Somebody is not emotionally available. It's causing a lot of confusion. You can't get to the bottom of this. You're trying to find answers. You've had to pull back maybe some of your, like you've kind of had to pull yourself back by not expressing yourself the way that you would want to. One of you seems to be like really being able to show kind of wear your heart on your sleeve. The other one maybe not wearing their heart on their sleeve. So what is this Wheel of Fortune here then? This is how you got here. Let's find out what this is. This could be a pattern or a cycle that you're just working through right now. This could be a pattern or a cycle that is constantly repeating itself. We have the King of Wands, we have Death, and we have the Six of Cups. This is something that you really want. And it seems to be like this is a genuine want, something that you want. I think this is somebody that you've already been around the block with, so to speak. There may be something here that needs to mature a little bit more because you have the Ace of Swords and you have the Ace of Wands. So this is kind of like, you know, could be in its infant stages. But there seems to be, you know, you've got death here. Something, you know, something that you really want is not coming to fruition the way that you want it to. Something has changed. And this could be somebody from your past that you have a strong connection with. Something is not cycled itself out yet. Maybe something wasn't completed. Maybe there's somebody from your past who came back and you tried, you know, you tried this situation again. You tried this relationship again. You really want this to work out. You really want this to be, you know, it brings you happiness. It brings you joy. You really want it to grow. And I think that one of you isn't emotionally available and it's causing a lot of distension and a lot of conflict here. I don't know if this is coming back around again to kind of like cycle itself out. If we get judgment coming in, that might be what this is about. Like this is that, you know, like it's really showing you maybe that your desire to really want this to work out Maybe your desire is different than this other person's desires. And it's showing you, this is coming up again to show you that you may need to take a different direction here on this. But let's see what the Three of Wands is. We have the Nine of Swords, we have the Nine of Wands, and we have the Fool. I think there's going to be a hard realization coming through here because you got two nines. So this is about attainment, but this is being attained kind of like the hard way, so to speak. But it's setting you up to kind of start over again. It's setting you up to kind of clear the air, to kind of like finally put this to rest, whatever this is. Because I think you've put a lot of time and effort into this, Nine of Wands. And it from what I see right here, it's like you're the one that's putting in the time and the effort. I don't know that it's being reciprocated here. But I think there's going to be a hard realization here. You're moving forward, but there's going to be a hard realization here that you're going to have to come to terms with. And I think that's going to set you on a different path. It's going to set you down a new road. There's a new concept that's coming through here for you. A new desire. I don't think it's that your desires are the thing that's wrong. It might be the person that you're trying to make this happen with might not be the right individual to make this happen. So let's see what the High Priestess is. Because this is what you got in your favor. Now this could be situational or relational, so just take it how it fits with you. This could be a situation that you really have a strong desire for. You know, there's a lot of compassion and there's a lot of devotion to this. And it might not be reciprocating whatever this situation is that you put a lot of time and effort into that's really made you happy. And it might not be reciprocating back to you what you really want here. So let's see what the High Priestess is, because this is what's working in your favor. So I think there was a deep knowing here. Maybe there were some red flags that you didn't see. There could be some trust issues involved in this. Someone could have lost your trust, kind of set things down a different path. So the High Priestess, we have the Page of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Hierophant. I think you made a commitment here. It was something that you made within yourself. I don't know that it was verbal between the two of you. I think this is something where you wore your heart out on your sleeve. You put your time and effort into this. This could have been a marriage, maybe, for some of you. Not all of you, but this, you know, or this could have been something that you committed to. You were really, this was something that you did for yourself, within yourself. I don't know that this was a verbal agreement. But I think you wore your heart out on your sleeve in this in hopes that there'd be some reciprocity coming back. So let's see what the Five of Cups is. Again, this is something from the past or someone from the past. So clarify what the Five of Cups is here, because these are the outside influences. We have the Queen of Cups, we have the Six of Wands, and we have the Fool. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I think that there's something here that has to do with somebody from your past where there was a lot of love here. I think that you were hoping that things would turn themselves around, that you would be able to come out on the other side of this. I don't know, there may have been some sacrifices made here to kind of put this on the right track. Somebody else may have to make some sacrifices to put this on the right track, and they might not be making the necessary sacrifices that they're supposed to make. This might take some perseverance. There might be some stuff, you know, from the past that the two of you need to contend with or need to deal with before this moves forward. If it's going to move forward. But it could be setting you up for a different trajectory because you're not satisfied with what's happening here. I think there's love here. There's definitely love from you. And I think there's love from this person too. They may have a lot of regrets that they're hanging on to. And they might feel it's easier just to start over again. So let's see what the Ten of Swords is, because this is your next step. Something has to cycle itself out here. Some door was not closed in this situation. You might have put a lot of love into something, or you might have put a lot of yourself into something here too, where you may feel a little bit like it was wasted energy and wasted time, because it seems to be something that you kind of committed to within yourself, hoping that it would grow. Yeah, we have the Five of Pentacles here. We have the Ten of Swords again. There it is. And we have the Six of Pentacles. What you put in isn't being returned to you. There's definitely a loss here. There's definitely a loss here. There's definitely feeling like you put in more than what you got back. The exchange was... I mean, you feel like you got stabbed in the back. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know. The only thing I see here that's like really, you know, the Seven of Swords here, trust issues. But it just kind of seems like somebody's not emotionally available here. And so the time and the effort that you put into this isn't really being returned to you the way that you had expected it to be returned. You just want to be happily in love. That's all you want, right? You want to move forward and be happily in love. And I think deep down inside, you want to be able to express yourself freely, wear your heart out on your sleeve, and be accepted for what it is. And I don't know that this person had the capacity to do that with you. This person might have a lot of their past that they regret, and they're bringing it into the relationship. But there's definitely a loss here that just, it is what it is, right? It's really just coming to terms with this, that you know, there's some trust issues here. You put into a situation, doesn't mean it's a failure. It just means that there's an experience here that's going to put you on a new trajectory. Because you got the Fool here twice. So there's sacrifice, there's been sacrifices made, but those sacrifices are also leading you down a new trail in understanding what you really want out of a relationship. So let's see what the Seven of Swords is, or what you want out of a situation, right? What you want out of a career, what you want out of, like, what you put your time and effort into. Well, I'm going to take these two because they jumped out. So we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Six of Cups, and we have the Three of Wands. So there's some trust issues. This could be a friendship. This could be somebody from your past that's maybe a really good friend that you really care about. You put a lot of time and effort into. This could be about it. This is a soul connection. It's definitely a soul connection. It doesn't have to be about an intimate partnership, but it can be. This could also be about, you know, a situation that you had really, you know, wanted your whole life to be a part of, you know, a job, a career, some kind of like something that you really put a lot of time and effort into. And it just seemed to be taking. And so now it's time to kind of like, here you go. You've got the overall picture. Set your sights on something else. And you got what's heading your way. Set your sights on something else, right? There's some hard realizations here that are going to have to, you know, sacrifices were made. Doesn't mean they were made in vain. So let's see what the Magician is, because this is where you're going. This is to allow this cycle to complete itself out, let it go, because you're going down a new path now. You have what you need to create the life that you want, to bring in the relationships that you want. You know, this, you've learned what you want and what you don't want. You learned what you want in a commitment, and that's an important aspect of this. You understand what it's like to be in a situation where someone isn't emotionally available, or a situation isn't emotionally available, to be able to nurture your soul or kind of give back to you what you've been putting out. And that's where the transition's coming through here, because your heart is genuine. Your heart is genuine. You want to be able to trust. But the hard realization is there are some people that you just can't trust. And there are some situations that you just can't trust. And those are the kind of situations now where you've had this experience that you know what that feels like. You have to draw back. And so it's given you the tools that you need, the Magician, right? Getting the tools that you need to be able to set yourself on a new path. New concept, new direction, new trajectory, new people. Because you're not satisfied. You're not happy. You're not happy in this situation. And if you're not happy in this situation, and there's definitely something being taken away from you, then it's time to let it go, cut your losses, surrender to it, thank it, and send it on its way. So let's see who we got coming up here for you, Capricorn. I've got Gemini showing up. I've got Aquarius showing up. I've got Aquarius again. I've got Sagittarius. I've got Scorpio. I've got Sagittarius again. I've got Taurus. I've got Cancer and Pisces. I've got Libra and Taurus. Gemini and Virgo. And Aquarius again. I think that's it. So I'm going to look at those in the extended. We're going to find out what the intentions of these signs are. For those of you that aren't going on with me, let's get a message to you. This is from the Denise Lynn Sacred Traveler Oracle Guidebook. Let's get a divine message for you. This is for our Capricorns, please. Well, 2 wanted to jump out, so we're going to take those. We have faraway places, get ready for new horizons. Okay, well, there's your Page of Pentacles. And we have wondrous universe, walk in beauty. So faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. Stop playing it safe. Get ready for new horizons and change in your life. A journey is coming. It might be to foreign lands or faraway places, or maybe an inner ship that changes your destiny. It's all beneficial. Sometimes we can feel wobbled when we are not in our normal surroundings. However, you are safe and you are protected. Good fortune ensures. Part of the glory of the traveler is stepping out of your old habits, your routines, and your repetitiveness of everyday life. It can feel daunting, yet in no small way, your life is a spiritual voyage. Change is coming. Things are not as easy as they seem. But there are no wrong turns, and every adventure and misadventure is part of the course. You are on a pilgrimage of the soul. Keep your metaphorical bag packed. Some unexpected experiences are ahead. Be ready for it. The joy of the travel is that you can begin to experience the everyday as if you're seeing it for the first time. Nothing should ever be taken for granted. And wondrous universe, you live in a beautiful and wondrous universe. You are a beautiful being. Well, that shows through right here in what's in your favor. Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, Hierophant, and the High Priestess. There's remarkable beauty within you. Simply acknowledge it allows it to surface even more. The time you take to create beauty in your home will manifest in your life. In Native traditions, walking in beauty means to honor all the natural cycles of life and to experience a sacred communion with the Creator in all things, including yourself. There's always beauty around you and within you. The sacred traveler constantly looks for and embraces the majestic, wondrous universe in all its forms. You can hear it in the song of an early morning bird. You can smell it in the aroma of freshly baked bread. And you can see it in the way the clouds float across the sky. The more you see beauty, the more it will find you, and the more you will find yourself in a beautiful world. So that's what I have for you this week, Capricorn. Pointers and guidelines. I hope this helped. For those of you that want to go on with me, the link to the extended is in the description box below. And until next time, I wish you peace. Bye-bye.